Hello, my name is Vyacheslav Moiseev. Today I will read my book Non-American Story. I want to start. Uh, the preface. How are you imagining America? Shopping malls with the 100 floors. How I liked a story about the American suburbs. By the way, unusually, I very long searched inspiration for creatable, unusually and very new story. Events in my books are happening in different countries. Today I am very want to write about USA. It is very unusual and unique country. I leaned West traditionals very long. Europe first, then America. I looked on accounts of West stars in Instagram. Read inst- interesting articles about political job of Donald Trump. Uh, I'm thinking that my book we can to count the result of a long job. Else this book in innovation product for my creation because of it is story about modern America, story about culture, connects times and peoples. John came to friend's home, where living Michael Shaw, blogger and traveler. Mike is living in a two flowers house on the Philadelphia suburb. Hi Mike, shouted John. I don't see you very long time. You are almost impossible to catch, almost like Spider-Man. Please don't laugh, John. I'm very glad to see you too. But my job is serious because I don't understand why you joke at this, answered Mike. John smiled, but silented. Mike understood that John not answered because he asked. Sometimes I count uh, you job in office and serious too. Mike, don't worry, said John, smiling. That happened. Why are you have bad mood? Nobody sentenced me to write article for our internet blog. I just don't know that me do. Maybe they found a new copywriter. Never mind, my friend. You are very talented and creative. My boss yelled at me like that because of the problems with documents, said John. Are you want coffee? It's not very convenient to stand in the hallway, isn't it? They came in kitchen. Mike made coffee and sit down near his friend. I wrote the article for it. I arrival in Georgia in far state. I must be in to see village in the forest and to wrote about it. In this village living stranger people. They don't using modern technologies. It's very unusually. What I'm very here about it. Just you are working all time. You don't read internet. It's so interesting. These people communicate only with the members of the community. They don't have internet networks and other civilization benefit. They had a cup of strong coffee. I'm wanting to see these people. How did they survive in wildwood? without touching. It's so strange, said John. I'm surprised too. They is so calm. They don't rush anyway. Don't have to run to their phone with every SMS jingle. If you want to, I can help to see these people to you. Thus, you help me to write new article about this forest village. When I visited them, I'm being were few hours. I didn't have time to understand their lifestyle, but I very to say to there, asked John. You will just say that you are wanting to write the article about here. It's elementary easy, say inspirately Mike. Are you agree? Thus you helped me to write new article about this forest village. When I visited them, I'm being away a few hours. I didn't have time to understand their lifestyle. But I wish to say to there, asked John. You will just say that you are wanting to write the article about there. It's elementary easy. Say inspirately Mike. I you agree. It's fantastic idea. Okay, said John. Tonight John rested at his home. He read some book by Stephen King and had a cup of tea with biscuits. How am me to force my boss to give me the vacation? Thinking John. He didn't notice the coming of Tracy, his wife. She was an ideal wife for John, but sometimes she was his opposite. In this was only a plus. Tracy know way to cheer up a husband, way to help him, way to give an advice. My dear, said John, I'm be going to drive in forest in Georgia, but don't know way to find time for it. Why you want it? Asked Tracy. I visited Mike's home today. He said me about interesting place of Georgia about Holy Forest after it. I am very wanting to go in this village. Very interesting, said his wife. I'm thinking that if you will a piece good job, your boss'll allow to you can to be it. The following day John got up very early and, inspired by the dream, he hurried to the office. The boss' nickname was Aaron Thomas, but officially it was called uh, Thomas um, Greenfieldson. He was big and fast. John came very early in the office. Even earlier his boss. It was very seldom. Thomas Greenfieldson came at 9 uh, a.m. on the red red Lexus and depressed go out. In spite of fast body, he looked more or less young. He was angry, ate anyone. He was angry, ate anyone because his staff delayed the business project, building luxury sport club at School of Franklin. It was very ambitious project about must be very profitable. John almost rushed from the doorway to solve problems of this project. He changed design and make rooms placement is more convenient. John made it just for one working day. In 6 p.m., when in Greenfield's office the light was on, John opened the glass door. Thomas sitting off his table and Annie ordered one of stuff. Don't forget about the cartridges, said Thomas. Then John was coming. Good night, said John. Hello, John. And answered Thomas. Alan, get moving. John give Thomas document block. Alan gone out in his moment. My God, shouted, smiled Aaron Thomas. At last, Millard carefully put on the table documents, scrawled papers, and said, creative people always surprised me. Their mind is full of stupidity. The enlightenment of genius. Thomas looked on John and said with smile and show on the door, go out, come at home. I will while read your readings. In the morning, Aaron Thomas meet John friendly hunks and said, you are the genius. You coped well, uh, with job. Have you been thinking about this project day and night? Admit it. John stood in awe. The behavior of the boss was strange. I think you deserve some encouragement. Do you want 2 week vacation? John suddenly came to his senses. Yes, I'm needing. Well, said Thomas, and gone up on the 2 floors. It's all today. Goodbye.